It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bucs and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one. We have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Disappointments in the first quarter of the season, doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, he certainly had his ups and downs since being the second overall selection back in 2017. But when he's on, Mitchell Trubisky shows all the attributes you're looking for in a quarterback. Big arm, excellent legs for mobility. His key, being consistent.
Now Trubisky on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He finds his man Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Mariota. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 1st down, Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Trubisky dancing to his left, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of his end zone, Mariota. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. first quarter. Can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Play action now. Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, and complete to Zach Ertz.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They go play action. Mariota. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example. Offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 18 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got a top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
You got it. You got it.
Think about this strong safety position. And, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now it's Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me at one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try the left side. Carson. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. Let's go to the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
On play action, Mariota. This is caught by Evans. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go, come on!
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Carson trotting back out there. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just about on his own goal line. taken at about the 36. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mariota to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Play fake, Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started out in Denver, and they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. We'll stay in the AFC West as we head west to Las Vegas to check in on the Silver and Black. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Calvin Ridley, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there. In a game where 1 field goal was all these offenses could muster in the first 2 quarters, you figure both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Trubisky. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike 7. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Trubisky to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Trubisky. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Time to look now with our spotlight at the quarterback, Marcus Mariota. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle, the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On third down, Mariota. Slant route to Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Mariota on the keeper. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Gordon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Myers' kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 16, just under 2 minutes to go. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Trubisky. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. This complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He hits his target, Lockett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Trubisky to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky, his throw incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Here we go.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Tampa Bay, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.